Welcome to Australia, welcome to Australian Book Travels, and welcome to our pet-friendly accommodation for this week, which is the church in Sandford, located in the Western District in Victoria, here in Australia. We stayed last night here at the church, and we're going to, over the next few weeks, I will show you various locations around the Western District, only a couple. We've only been here one night and 2 days, so we have only had the opportunity to visit a few towns, but I thought I would show you the pet-friendly accommodation first. So let's go in, let's have a look, and what I will do at the end of the video, I will show you just a little bit around Sanford. It's not a big town. I think it's only a few hundred people, so there's not, I actually think that there's not even a shop here, but we'll have a look. We'll investigate it this morning. Okay, let's have a look. So here is the church. As I say, it's in Sanford. I will get the price for you. I think we are now in June and we stayed Sunday night. Today is Monday. And I think it may have been approximately $180 for the night, but I will just double check that for you. And I will give you a little bit of the history. I don't have the history as yet. So here we are. You come in the front door of the church, and I may have had you a bit upside down there. We come in the front door of the church. It is one big open space except for the bathroom. We have some they look like confessional boxes to me, now definitely storage. We've had the beautiful Canara fire going, the wood heater fire, and there's television. The windows do have blinds for privacy, but of course it's morning now, so we have lifted those up. And there's the old-fashioned outdoor public conveniences for the parishioners that once were. We have lovely pew and dining table and the bed. So you can see it's all open plan. We have the kitchen and the bed, but it really is lovely for two people. There is a single bed there, but I think it's nice enough just for two. We had a lovely night here last night with the wood fire, and we made ourselves some dinner right here. It has everything you need, so it's very, very convenient. It's literally I just noticed something. Look at that beautiful, I don't know if you can see it, the beautiful reflections of the light and the trees. Isn't that beautiful? And that is from that window right there, which is absolutely beautiful. Okay, keep moving. It's not very big, although it's big enough that it has high ceilings. So this is your bathroom and your toilet, the loo, and just some storage there with your laundry. And then we come through here. So it's big enough for two, but and guests, I suppose, if you had guests. But it's a big room to heat, and we found it really comfortable. It was a really comfortable space. There's the kitchen. Now, as I say, I think it was $180 for the night, but I may be wrong on that. I will double check that, and what I will do is just let you know once again, it is June. It was a Sunday night, so if it is that price, it may be a discounted price because it is winter and an odd night to stay. And normally the high tourist time is spring and summer, possibly even autumn, and certainly on a weekend. But look, I could be wrong, and that may be a standard rate. I certainly didn't notice when I booked it, I didn't notice that it was any special rate, but I will try and double check that with Christine. Christine is the owner, and we booked this through Airbnb. So as you can see, it's a really lovely location. I will show you footage outside. There are neighbours not too close, and it is pet friendly. So we have had the dogs in here. Christine has allowed the dogs and the cat. We have a cat as well who travels with us. I don't know if any of you are aware of that, but yes, we allow. Christine has allowed our cat, and it's just been a really pleasant stay. Beautiful and warm and comfortable. I'll show you around the church. There's ample fencing here to keep the dogs contained. And what I will also do is show you a little bit around the town. There's, as I say, when we drove through last night, we were extremely tired. We have been filming for you all day yesterday from very early, and so we really just tootled through the town, and I couldn't find any shops or anything. So I think the closest is one of the towns that we will be filming for you, and that is, you will see that in a few weeks' time, and that is the town of Casterton. But look, we'll have a look today through Sanford and see what is here. I know that there is a war memorial, so we'll have a look at that. But yeah, look, it's been a really beautiful stay and really comfortable to stay here, definitely more than one night. You could really stay here for a week. It would, or more, it would be extremely comfortable to do so. Anyway, there it is. I will, as I say, at the end of the video, I will show you a little bit of Sanford and a little bit more of the outside of the church. Okay, see you then. So we have the church, and I just wanted to show you a bit of a panoramic view. This is what you look out to each morning from the church. So it's absolutely beautiful, just the hills and a couple of neighbours, but honestly you don't hear them or see them. It's lovely. Really lovely location. Okay, let's get on to Sanford. Before we do move on to explore Sanford, I would like to share the history of the church that I have discovered through archives. The church was originally built as St John's Roman Catholic Church in 1866. It is built in the primitive Gothic Revival style. It is T-shaped and built in red brick that was sourced locally. St John's, along with the town's two other churches, was well known in the district for its strong and beautiful choir. I would also like to correct the price of the overnight stay at the church. It was in fact $230 through Airbnb, so that's $230 per night. Definitely well worth the cost. It was comfortable and warm and a really good location for the rest of the towns that we will see over the coming weeks. We definitely recommend a stay at the Sandford Church in Sanford. Sanford, once a town with 2 hotels, a post office, a draper's, general store, mechanics hall, butter factory, 3 churches, a boarding house, school, flour mill, and over 500 residents, now has a population of only 130, with the mechanics hall the only building still used for purpose. All of the original buildings have either been demolished or repurposed. Sanford now sits as a small hamlet, relying on neighbouring towns for services. Located approximately 362 kilometres west of Melbourne and 325 kilometres southwest of Bendigo, Sanford rests on land of traditional owners of the Gunditjmara people. In 1837, a pastoral run of the Henty family from Tasmania encompassed some 12,000 acres in the district. By 1856, this area was surveyed and the town of Sanford was born, after which it steadily grew, rivalling neighbouring towns in size. It was settled as a town due to its proximity to the Wannon River, a freshwater source essential for a town to thrive. Over the decades, with wars, depression, technology and bypasses, the town slowly lost its economic sustainability. The population declined and the buildings were either destroyed or repurposed as housing. Although no longer a town, Sandford still holds appeal to the travellers and tourists, with its history carefully locked in the remaining buildings and historical archives should any visitor care to dig deep enough. Each March, Sandford hosts its Bush Music Festival, showcasing Australian country music along with that of folk, gospel, Celtic and bluegrass jives. Visitors are encouraged to participate in the jamming sessions and the Poets' Breakfast along with its workshops. What better way to become acquainted with Sanford, its history and locals than staying at the accommodation on offer, relaxing in its serene surrounds and enjoying local music. So we're just driving out of Sanford, still in Sanford, but on our way out to another town to video for you. And we came across this. Now, I am strongly suggesting that this was an inn. And the reason why I think it was an inn, not only because of the shape of it, which I'll give you a full view of it in a minute, but there are these outbuildings. Now, I could be wrong here, but my instinct is telling me this was a courtyard. You can see the old buildings here that may have been stables. It is also, as you can hear, the cars are going past, it is also on the main road. Now that looks like a stable to me. A block of stables. I could be wrong. I may very well research this and find that I'm wrong, but I just don't think so. So can you see there? You have the building with multiple chimneys, which suggests a residence and perhaps a public area or accommodation, perhaps with refreshments and things of the alcoholic kind. And then we have this walled garden area. I find this fascinating. I certainly, in my travels around Australia, not that I have been extensively around Australia, but particularly in Victoria, I haven't seen a lot of this where there is some remnants of a courtyard. Now, I know it's in a bit of a shambles, but I can just just envisage perhaps weary travellers with their horse and cart coming through here and their horses being looked after there and then staying at the inn. As I say, I could be really wrong here, but I'm just suspicious that I'm possibly correct. And that it could be that middle section was the original. Perhaps it was just a home and then they've extended it, and just coincidentally they have had their own courtyard with stables. But from what I know of inns and public houses in Australia, the shape of it is just looking reminiscent of that. Anyway, I thought I would show you that. I found that interesting and exciting, really. It would be lovely if that was back in good condition and usable, but sadly not. I've taken the liberty of there's a bit of an access from the road, so I thought I would just sneak a peek at the rear of the property here. Nobody's living in it, and it's easily accessed, so I don't think anybody would have too much of a problem with me videoing it. But as you can see, it's actually quite big. The building that has fallen down is quite extensive. So either it was a big property with outbuildings and stables, or I am correct and it was some sort of hotel or inn. And there's the large peppercorn trees here, really signifying an age to them. Oh, and there's one that's fallen down here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's quite a tree that's fallen down. What a shame. I would definitely, if you were rich and famous, I would absolutely love to renovate a property like this. I just the history behind it and the people who have walked in and out of those doors and walked around the property, perhaps even planted the peppercorns. It always makes me a little sentimental, really. What we've lost and who we've lost and what we're currently losing when we don't look after old buildings like this. I mean, really, if this was in a very good state, it could be used as an hotel or as refreshments, whether that's alcoholic or not. Oh, car going past, truck actually going past, and would perhaps, bring some financial excitement or relief, and it can to the town. I should have finished that sentence, to the town, but that then brings other things with it. People then may convert other buildings into shops, or they're more likely to live here if they have some sort of commercial entity in the town. And we can see here that this is clearly two ages. We have this beautiful stonework. Oh my goodness, I've just noticed. Look at the shingles on the roof. Okay, this is really aged. I'm going to find out when and who and why and what age this is. And then this is obviously a later addition. Although that too has you can see the outline there. It has a door or window that has been boarded up. You can see the lintel at the top. Oh, this is exciting. I'm going to try and find out what I can for you and for me about this property. Very exciting. Okay, we'll move on. Thank you, Sanford. We really enjoyed our stay, although it was not long enough. And so, as always, we will return.